Hello, Minecraftians. This is BaccaYarro, also known as Lorax42 from dev.bucket.org. I wanted to show you some other uses for Movecraft, and I've seen a lot of tutorials out there for portcullises, and I've hated pretty much everyone I saw. So I wanted to show you how you could use Movecraft for a simple and elegant portcullis. So, okay, here's my portcullis right there. This is in the Emerald Bay. If you watch the Movecraft Pirate series, you've seen this place bombed. But, okay, so here we are. There's the portcullis. I right-click right here, and then I right-click right here, and it goes down. Did you see how simple that was? Right-click here, and it goes up. And it's silent, so you don't have to listen to all those annoying pistons. It's fast, and it's very easy to make. So yes, Movecraft, not just for beautiful warships like those airships back over there, or those turrets over there, but also useful for everyday construction. Alright, so how do you make this? Well, it's very easy. The first thing that you're going to need is you're going to need the Movecraft plugin. I have a tutorial showing you how to install that, how to set that up. It's not that bad. But then you also need a craft file for your portcullis. So let me show you that craft file. Okay, let me just find it. I know I have it open here somewhere. Okay, here it is. So here is the portcullis.craft. I'll have a link to the actual file in the video description, but I also want to show it to you. So Movecraft functions by reading all of the attributes for a craft from this file. First, the name. Well, yeah, that's pretty obvious, I hope. The way you command a craft is you're going to right-click on a sign which has its name. That's what this was right there. Okay. Then you've got the maximum size and the minimum size. Maximum, if you need more than 1,000 blocks for your portcullis, I don't know, maybe you're making a really big castle or something, but you can always increase this. And then allowed blocks. This is very important. So the way Movecraft works is every block it sees of this type, these types I should say, that are adjacent to the sign will be added to the craft. Now the only ones I've had here are the blocks that I think you'd have in a portcullis. So the wood fence, iron bars, nether brick fence, cobblestone walls. Oh, and if you want to look up these IDs, just do a Google search for Minecraft IDs. These are just the numbers used internally by Minecraft to designate these blocks. Okay, and then forbidden blocks. This, it actually requires this. You have to have a forbidden block. I'll probably fix that soon. But in this case, bedrock is the forbidden block. You could make it whatever you want. Some people use this for locks. Yeah, quick note, if you're building airships, you don't want someone to steal it, you can make, say, a block of gold a forbidden block, and then if you put a block of gold down, nobody can fly off with your airship. But for a portcullis, it probably doesn't matter. Okay, blocked by water. Much how the name sounds. If that's set to true, then you won't be able to move the portcullis through water. But I say, hey, why not allow underwater portcullises? That sounds fun to me, so I set blocked by water to false. Allow horizontal movement has been set to false. Why? Because I don't want to see portcullises flying around the city. So I've made it so that you can only move them up and down. Can static move? Okay, so static move signs. In Movecraft, there's 3 ways to control a craft. One is with the pilot stick. You right-click in the direction you want the craft to move, and it moves in that direction. 2 is using only signs, which is what we've done with this portcullis. So these are called static move signs. Okay. Specifically, these are R-move signs, or relative move signs. There's also a move sign without the R, but I don't really use those anymore. To me, R-move is always better, because the reason why, so R-move is relative to the craft's current facing. So, well, I don't want to get into too many details, but the point is, R-move signs is kind of how I like to use to do things these days, because it rotates with the ship. Okay, moving on. Max static move. I've set that to 2. In other words, I can only ever move 2 blocks with 1 click of a sign. Why do you do that? Well, so that you don't have players who make a portcullis or any craft that can move 10,000 blocks. You know, they make a sign that says move 10,000 blocks. And if you don't have this limit in here, Movecraft will do it and possibly cause problems. So that's why you have this limit. Speed. This is in blocks per second. 1.0. You could have 0.1, and then you'd have a very slow portcullis. You could have 5.0, and then you'd have a very fast portcullis. You can't go higher than 10, or if you do, it doesn't make any difference. So, yeah. Try nudge. You have to have this in here. Just put it in there. Don't worry about what it is. We're trying to make movement more smooth in Movecraft. That's what that's for, but yeah, you have to have that. Then fly blocks. Again, you have to have this. Now my portcullis has no limitations, right? It will take anything and turn it into a portcullis. But you have to have these entries, and what this says is fly block 85, which is a wood fence, has to have a minimum of 0.0% of the total craft and a maximum of 100% of the total craft. In other words, what I'm telling Movecraft is, anything. I don't care how many of these blocks it has. Just allow me to build this craft. Okay? That's all you have in the portcullis.craft file. There's a lot of options here. You can set them to explode when they crash into things. You can do all kinds of crazy stuff. You can have cruise control. You can look at the Movecraft website for more information on that. Okay, so back to the game. So now I'm going to show you how to make it. As I said, very easy. I suspect this is going to be the easiest portcullis design you've ever seen. So first I'm going to put a frame to put this thing in. Okay, and let me put in my portcullis. Oops. Oh well. It's a very small portcullis. Okay, I'm just going to put in some blocks here at the top, just so that you can visually see where the top of the portcullis is. And then one more thing, we have to have blocks to stop it at the top. Otherwise, we could conceivably send our portcullis up into the sky, and we don't want that. So the only point of that is to, as I say, stop it when it gets high enough. All right, that's it. Now all I have to do is put in the command signs. The portcullis sign, which is to say the sign that says portcullis on it, has to be adjacent to these blocks. In fact, I'm not sure that's right. Let me see. Yeah, well, we'll find out if that's... I might have done this wrong, but we're going to find out here in a minute. No, actually, I think I have it right. Let's see. Oh, no, I did do it wrong. Sorry about that. Okay, so to change that, we need it... So yeah, we need it adjacent to the wall, or to the portcullis. Okay, why didn't this work? Because it was diagonal to it. See how that works? There's this block here, and then it's diagonal to this block. It's not actually next to it. So to make it next to it, we need more of a wall. Okay, this should work. Okay, do you see why? So this is right next to the actual portcullis. Specifically, it is one block south of the portcullis. So this should work. Okay, yes it did. Now, I'm going to put in the signs that will actually raise it and lower it. Those are going to be rmove signs, so I just type rmove, colon, and then the syntax for rmove is blocks left, right. We don't want it to move left, right, so we do 0. Blocks up, down. We want it to move up, so we're going to use 1. And then blocks forward, backwards. We don't want it to move forward and backwards, so we're going to do 0. And then I put a name down here. It doesn't matter what I type after this. Whoops, that's up, not down. Hello. It doesn't matter what you type on these other lines. It just has you don't have to put anything, but I like to put what does the sign actually do. rmove, colon, 0, comma, -1, because we're going down this time, comma 0. Portcullis down. Oh, it should be in all caps. Why? Because I'm a perfectionist. I don't know. All right, that should work. Now, one other thing which concerns me, I wonder if that's too high. I guess we'll find out. So I'm going to right-click this, and then I'm going to right-click here. Up it goes. No, that should work. And then I'm going to right-click again. Right-click down. Down it goes. Oh, isn't it beautiful? So there you go. Extremely simple portcullis. It does require the Movecraft plugin. But that's, like I say, easy to set up, and it's so much better than those noisy, complicated, huge piston designs. So there you go.